ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
At least 2 Marines from Southern California were among those who died in yesterday's suicide bombing in Afghanistan. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Lindsay Pena in for Steve Atkinson. And we've just learned the U.S. is retaliating for that attack. The Pentagon says the military bombed an Islamic State member in Afghanistan. Officials say the drone strike killed 1 person believed to be involved in planning attacks against the U.S. in Kabul. No word on any other casualties. In the meantime, ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is live at Camp Pendleton with the new information we've learned about those fallen service members. Mimi.
Hi, Lindsay and Kimberly. Yeah, we're right outside of this growing memorial here at Camp Pendleton, where throughout the day people have been coming by, leaving flowers and notes here. Someone just came by about 5 minutes ago as well, just honoring the lives lost in this attack and showing support for the troops still in Afghanistan.
Godspeed and Semper Fi. May they rest in peace.
While the Department of Defense has not officially identified the 13 service members and won't until 24 hours after all next of kin notifications are complete, relatives and loved ones have confirmed several names with ABC News. We know of a few Marines that were either from or stationed in Southern California, including Kareem Nakui, who was previously stationed here at Camp Pendleton, but from Norco, just a couple of hours away. Officials from the city of Norco say he's survived by his parents and siblings, and that his name will be put up on a memorial wall there. Wyoming's governor also confirmed Riley McCollum was killed in the attack. It appears McCollum was also stationed here locally before his deployment and had a child on the way with his wife. We also know of Hunter Lopez, a SoCal native whose parents worked for the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. According to the department, he hoped to become a deputy after returning from deployment. A lot of heavy hearts across the country and county today. Marine Corps veteran John Price stopped by the growing memorial at Camp Pendleton to pay his respects Friday afternoon.
It hurts. Should have never happened. I was stationed here at this base years ago, and I have a connection with these Marines, and it's just tragic.
Teresa Terry, retired U.S. Army and U.S. Navy hospital corpsman, tells us many veterans are feeling helpless at this time. So she decided to plan a candlelight vigil in Pacific Beach Friday night, saying we can't let this moment pass without honoring the brave service members.
Anybody that wants to come out to show their support, just reflect and be together in fellowship.
And here's a live look at that candlelight vigil veteran Teresa Terry put together. This just started right now, just getting underway. Only a few people there right now, but this is happening at Lifeguard Tower 22 in Pacific Beach in honor of the service members killed. She has invited active duty military and veterans to come by and be together during this really difficult time. And of course, this is also open to the public to come and join as well. We do have a crew there now, and we'll bring you much more on this on 10 News at 11. For now, I'm Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And that crowd will certainly grow now. Thank you, Mimi. As the U.S. withdrawal deadline in Afghanistan approaches, thousands of refugees continue to arrive in our country. ABC 10 News reporter Nia Watson checked back with local organizations ramping up efforts to help families resettle in San Diego County.
We can only imagine that there will be more and more people coming out.
Etleva Beko is the director of refugee resettlement for the Jewish Family Service of San Diego. Since August 6th, the organization has helped 74 Afghan refugees relocate to the area.
The response has been to ensure that we pick them up at the airport, make sure that they have a place to stay.
She says families have been arriving almost every night, with only a 24-hour notice to the organization to prepare.
Housing is the setup for everything else. So we want to set them up for success. There are children that need to be enrolled in school. They need to get their proper documentation in order so that they can focus on finding a job and becoming self-sufficient.
Along with housing, communities are also gathering essential items like clothing and toiletries,
shampoo, cream rinse, toothpaste.
Joni Dieters says donations have been pouring in from her neighborhood in Scripps Ranch. She says the donations will go to Catholic Charities, another local organization helping Afghan refugees.
People just started dropping stuff off. One woman came and she had to bring 3 kids with her to help unload 10 bags out of their truck.
Beko says she expects refugees to continue to arrive for months. She says it's important to make sure they feel safe and welcomed.
We do see a lot of anxiety and a lot of concern but also a lot of relief that at least their children are safe and they're here after, for some of them, thinking that they might not be able to make it out of there.
Nia Watson, ABC 10 News.
Stay on top of any new developments with the situation in Afghanistan by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
Robert F. Kennedy's assassin has been granted parole from a San Diego prison. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is live outside Donovan State Prison, where some of RFK's family members actually supported Sirhan Sirhan's release. Laura.
Yes, and one of his sons spoke via video call in support. The other sent a letter, both of them citing Sirhan Sirhan's impressive rehabilitation record for the reason as to why they wanted him to get parole. These are pictures of the 77-year-old during his parole hearing today. This was his 16th attempt, but the first time state prosecutors did not oppose his release. There were some letters from the public and members of the Kennedy family opposing his release. Sirhan was convicted of first-degree murder and assault for assassinating Senator Robert F. Kennedy in 1968. He spent the last 53 years in prison. He was most recently denied parole in 2016 when it was concluded that he did not show adequate remorse or understand the severity of his crime. This time around, Sirhan said he does feel remorse for his actions and has become, quote, a humble and balanced man. The governor will ultimately have the last say in whether or not Sirhan Sirhan is released. He will receive that decision 120 days from now after the parole staff has reviewed today's ruling. And then again, it's the governor's say as to whether or not he is released. Reporting live in Otay Mesa, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
A story we will continue to cover. Thank you, Laura. And turning to coronavirus, the county reported more than 1,800 new cases today, but that's in large part because nearly 23,000 people got tested. Our 7-day test positivity rate dropped to 7.7%. Another 8 people have lost their lives to COVID. The city of San Diego says it will require city workers to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 by November 2nd. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin shows us how the labor unions are responding.
The city of San Diego becoming the latest in a series of public and private entities to require COVID-19 vaccination for all employees. A letter sent out Thursday night reads, "The vaccine requirement is a condition of continued employment." The letter says employees must be fully vaccinated and provide proof of full vaccination by November 2nd unless they agree to another date or an employee requests a medical or religious exemption and a reasonable accommodation is granted.
Do government entities have the ability to mandate their employees get vaccinated?
Yes.
Dan Eaton is a local attorney and legal analyst.
The interesting wrinkle with the city, of course, is that many of its workers are unionized. So the city has to negotiate over the impact of this decision to mandate vaccination, but not the basic decision to mandate vaccination.
In its letter, the city says it's negotiating with its recognized employee organizations. According to the city's website, there are 6, covering everything from fire and police to attorneys and skilled trade and labor positions. ABC 10 News reached out to all 6 groups for a comment on the mandate. In a statement, the head of the San Diego City Firefighters said they support the mayor's decision to protect the health of city workers and the public, but questioned the lack of detail about exemptions, writing the recent letter was unnecessarily threatening to workers, as it coupled a looming deadline with uncertainty. The head of the San Diego Police Officers Association says it is still in negotiations with the city and it's too early to comment. The city says it chose November 2nd because that is 10 weeks after the FDA approval was announced. ABC 10 News asked the city if it would offer testing for employees who choose not to get vaccinated and what happens if someone declines both. A spokesperson for the city says they're currently in negotiations and these discussions are ongoing. Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
Encinitas announced today it will also start requiring city workers to be vaccinated.
San Diego State is rolling out more than a dozen COVID testing vending machines on campus. The vending machines offer up free grab-and-go testing kits. They're part of the school's new testing program for unvaccinated people. The Cal State system is requiring all students and staff be vaccinated. Those who qualify for an exemption will have to submit to weekly COVID testing.
If you're worried, if you have any symptoms, it just makes it really easy to pop over here and grab one. as opposed to just hoping you're okay.
There have been 15 confirmed COVID cases among SDSU students in the last 7 days. Each vending machine has a drop-off box and is available 24 hours a day.